Welcome back to Pistons Worldwide, episode 5. Tom, what's going on, my guy?
What's going on? What up, though? We won, let's go! Great start to the day.
Yeah, great start to the day. We're going to dive straight into the Pistons' 18th win against the Blazers in just a moment. But first of all, just some housekeeping stuff for those that might be new or haven't tuned in before. We will react to this Pistons versus Blazers game. We'll probably spend the first 20 minutes on that. Then we will do some trivia, some more lighthearted stuff for 5 minutes. Then we'll dive into some other Pistons topics before closing out the show with some call-ins or questions. And we'll, of course, bring up all your comments in the chat as we go through. But just to reiterate, if you have a question you want us to talk about or a discussion point, or if you want to call in, that will be in probably the last 10 to 15 minutes of the show. And while you're here, if you haven't already, if you could please hit that subscribe button, go subscribe to Tom's channel over at Korea Pistons Fan. He's doing some awesome content over there. He's got a vlog up from Detroit, and he might even have a part 2 coming soon. But Tom, let's dive straight into this game, my guy. I'm keen to hear your thoughts first.
Man, all right. A W is a W, so it was a nail biter. But overall, the referees, brother, they just called everything. Like, not just for us, just for them, and it was just so many delays throughout the game, and they had so many missed calls, so many late calls. So it was a pain to watch the game in general. So like the people in the arena, they probably felt it more.
It was, yeah, I think you have to start with the refs, honestly. Like you said, it's not just like for me at least, like I wasn't just trying to be a salty Pistons fan. The amount of late calls for both sides,
right?
And it's just really poor. Like, even if some of them were correct and they missed a horrific no call on Tobias, whose arm nearly got chopped off.
Oh my God.
But like, it's not even so much about the wrong calls. It was more about, for me, just the lateness and how stagnant and the flow of this game sucked. And I feel like 80% of it was because of them. Some of it was because of either teams like struggling on offense. But I just thought this game nearly went for 3 hours. And we're not trying to be negative here, but the refs, there's like 70, nearly 80 free throws shot, I think I saw.
Right. It was such a
negative
watch. Right. I don't know, brother. Like, I almost, like, I never do this, but I nearly fell asleep, like, because of so many calls. And it's probably because of the hangover I have, but yeah, it was like, wow. Especially the first half, I was like, Jesus Christ. The referees, brother. It was such a bad product tonight, but yeah.
And they just lacked the real sense of, like, connectivity between the three of them. Like, there was often, like...
Right.
It felt like at least once a quarter, and I feel like this is often one of them would make a call, but then they would kind of look at each other there's just the flow of the game. It was a rough watch. Like, you see the final score 122 to 116, you're like, oh, that's a little bit above average scoring. Maybe it was a bit of a free flowing game. But if you watch that one, like, normally, like, I'd like to hear like your process, Tom. Like, if the Pistons have a win, I'll normally, when I have dinner that night, watch back the best quarter of the game. And maybe it was the fourth quarter in the end, but like, I'm struggling to think of like a 6-minute patch of that game that I was like really enjoying it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was like so much delays, and every time there was a late call, I would like, oh my God, not again. So, but at least we got the W. A W is a W. So yeah, it would have sucked so much if we lost this game. Like, the pain of watching throughout. Oh my God, I don't want to even imagine it.
A loss coupled with the Bucks fourth quarter and kind of that whole Bucks game, I would have been in not a good place. Like after that Bucks game, I didn't even have the strength to make a post-game video. I just logged off social media. But there was some positives tonight. A win is a win, like you said, and we don't want to come up here and bash our team or anything because it's their 18th win of the season. They're 18-5. Portland put up a pretty good fight. Like, I think they're a solid team. I think their record probably does them a bit of a disservice. I think they're now 9-14. They're missing Drew Holiday, who's been missing now for a little bit, I think. But like Denny Advia, he's really good. He gets the free throw line. But I want to start with Ronald Holland II. I thought him and Stu in the end of that third quarter, but Ron did it the whole second half, I felt. They really gave the Pistons some life. And I tweeted out, I've been struggling to find some real energy and life in this team just in the last week. And I thought Ron and Stu came in the third towards the end and just really gave them a spark. But Ron in particular had 17 points. Just your thoughts on his game.
Right. He exactly as you said, he provided the energy. When he was out there, he was making things happen. He had I believe 17 points. It was probably one of his best games this year in the season. And I love the highlight when Cade crossed over someone and he passed it to Ron. Ron took a three. He was like, all bank. And he was like, I don't know. I enjoyed that. Was one of the best highlights of the game. So when Ron is out there, he makes things happen. He gives us the energy. It was amazing to watch. That's why I'm rocking his jersey tonight.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And just for those, because I think Ron's defense this season has been a real improvement for him, and he's been solid to great defensively most games, I would say, especially for a 20-year-old. But in his last 3 out of his last 4 games, he scored double digits. He's got 2 17-point games in there, which are equal for his second highest this season. So he's really finding a rhythm. 3 of 6 from 3 tonight. 1 banked, but you know what? I don't care. We'll take it.
He called it.
He called it. I just think when he's making shots, when he's back to being his aggressive self like he has the past few games in transition on offense, he's just, you see the value and how much he can make such a big impact offensively for this team.
Right, and defensively, he's such a dog, and I really appreciate that, man. We should all the trade rumors and all that. Nah, Ron's not going anywhere. Hey, what up though, Sean? Handsome Tom.
Yeah, I love that. Shout out to Sean. Even if I don't get a handsome call, I'm okay. But look, and we mentioned another guy who I thought made some key plays, particularly defensively, Isaiah Stewart. Just trying to find his stats here. Just another casual 4 blocks off the bench for him.
That was crazy.
Shaden Sharp got him once, but Stu, he doesn't care. He doesn't faze him. The possession before, he somehow blocked Shaden. Did you see how far back Shaden Sharp cocked that?
Oh my! If that went in, that was going on ESPN, Bleacher Report, NBA on NBC. What now? Shaden's probably one of the best in-game dunkers out there. He has so many crazy posters. He's right up there with Anthony Edwards. So and people love watching Stu get dunked on. Casual NBA fans, they enjoy when Stu gets dunked on. So if that went in, oh my god! I'll probably do the Men in Black, erase the memory and shit. But that block was phenomenal. Yeah, and I'm glad JB actually challenged it and won it. It's not a pattern we see usually these days with JB and his challenges, but yeah, I'm glad we got that.
No, it was to go up and challenge that. Like you said, Shaden Sharp is a freak athlete, and he's 6'7" or something. He's
right.
Just watching him, the way he glides, it's very much like the Thompson twins, I feel like. He's got that
in the air,
athleticism that's just crazy pop. And to get for Stu to block that was crazy. I just thought Stu's defensive presence was key in that third. And he kind of brings it all game, but I just thought he made some really key plays for the team.
Yeah, oh, if that was me, if I was Stu, like I'm running out of the building when I see Shaden like running at me like that. I'm not challenging that stuff. So, wow, respect and shout out to Stu. Yeah, we're never gonna trade that man. Like he's gonna retire a Piston. I know it. He's gonna be our Udonis Haslam.
100%.
Yeah.
Where else should we go? I have a player I want to talk about, and we're going to do a bit more of a segment on later. But was there who stood out to you next the most, Tom? Or was there a moment, a player?
First of all, shout out to George Blaha, 50 years. Like it was George Blaha Day. Congrats to everyone who got his bobblehead. I'm kind of jealous. Send it to Korea. But yeah, I shout out to him. And yeah, the game, Cade was really good. Like he did have a few turnovers here and there, but he scored quite well. How much did he score tonight? He was
Cade,
damn near close 30, right?
He had 29, nine assists, 3 steals, 7 of 15 from the field, 14 free throws. I think he got 4 there when they were intentionally fouling, but got to the line.
Yeah, he had a very quiet but steady. Like he's just when he's out there, he's just putting up numbers, and even if it's loud or like even if it's silent, he just puts up numbers for us, and he's our MVP. So, if you really think about it, he probably should get the belt every most games, but we're just handing it out to Ron and everyone.
Well, see, I actually want to talk about this for a second because I think Ron will probably get the belt tonight, but he got it the last time they won, so it'll be either Ron or maybe
it could be Duncan.
Yeah, maybe Duncan gets a bit. See, I was talking to someone about this on Twitter because someone said what you said. They're like, Cade should get it every game. But I was like, I think that the belt going to the player that's underrated or has it. I think that's kind of what Detroit basketball is. So I'm like kind of cool with it. Like I like when Javonte Green's got it because he made a couple of key threes. So, but what's
the
your
only way?
On it?
Yeah, I also agree with them giving the belt to the energy provider, like the player who really stepped up. But for Cade to actually get the belt, he probably has to score 50 and score a game winner and stuff.
He actually does.
He probably has to get a 50, 10, 13 game with a buzzer beater game winner for him to get the belt. So the standards are really high for that man. He's our MVP.
No, 100%. And I think I will be honest. He only had 1 turnover, a pretty efficient game, and I think he closed the game well, which was good to see. But the fact now that the standard for Cade is so high, 29 points, 9 assists, 3 steals, it just shows where he's gotten to this season. You and I think he played a great game, but it's the fact that game 2 years ago we would have been going crazy about how good he was, but. Just a really good Cade game, I feel.
Consensus top 10 player in the league. Right now, everyone around the league, when they name their top 10 currently, they all usually have Cade in the list. Unless they're New York fans, they have Jalen Brunson in the list over him. But Cade's a consensus top 10 player in the league, top 5 for me. So he's just crazy. We really have to. But I think he deserves some hate for rooting for the Cowboys last night. A shout out to the Lions. But I didn't expect him to go Cowboys will make the Super Bowl on national TV in Detroit. So that was pretty funny to see. A lot of Lions fans were hating on it and as a joke and stuff. It was quite funny. I
hope the hate wasn't real. That'd be crazy.
Some people are actually because it was such a crucial game last night for making the playoffs and stuff. So some diehard Lions fans were actually mad at Cade. You're not a face of Detroit sports if you all that stuff. Yeah, but I actually watch Lions games now. It's so fun, brother. If you get the chance, you should. I actually it's so fun to watch. I'm on Rob.
I'm I want to dip my toes in it, but I just know I won't be consistent with it. So I'm it sounds really stupid. It's just watch a game and shut up. So maybe that's what I should just do. But no, I'm glad. So just quickly on the Lions, I mean, this is a Pistons show, but are they back in the playoffs now? Because I saw they might not make it.
Yeah, I think last night's win gives them above
in the wild card.
Yeah, I think I saw through AI that they have nearly 60% chance to make the playoffs. So which is not up to the expectations. before the season started, but still, like last night's win was crucial.
Got you. All right. Well, back to Cade and his Cowboys. I think, look, I think his game was really solid tonight. He stepped up when they needed him, I felt like. And like I said, 29-9. I think his defense this season, sometimes with the fouls he's getting where he reaches, they kind of annoyed me early in the game. But
Yeah.
I
Two
think,
fouls. Yeah.
yeah, I think, but like, and the ones in particular where the guy drives by and he tries to swipe, and it's just like, I just feel like, Cade, you're too important to be giving up that as a foul. Like, if he gets 2 fouls in a quarter or gets into foul trouble, but he's genuinely just like, he's not reaching or swiping from behind, I'm
Right.
cool with it. It's when it's those ones, or like
Yeah.
when Kamara
Second
stripped
one
him.
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like, those are the ones where I'm like, you're just way too important to this team for us to
But
have to
and
have you in foul trouble.
Yeah, but I love how like JB has trust in Cade to
Yeah.
not repeat those mistakes because it's a Special K also mentioned it in the broadcast. Like they actually trust Cade all the time, even if he gets too early fouls or he's in foul trouble. They trust him to not make that all the foul that's gonna bench him. So yeah, I agree with you. He gets some silly fouls here and there, but I still trust him. Like he's probably too smart to make bad mistakes over and over again.
And no, I think that's that's definitely fair as well. And like at the same time as well, like it's easy for me to be like, don't swipe, don't reach. But I think it was only like 2 games ago where he reached from behind and tapped it off. Who did we beat before the Bucks? The Hawks, off the Hawks player's leg, it goes out of bounds, pissing it. So like it is part of his game, but I thought like
Smooth
good game from
operator.
him. Let's
Smooth
talk about.
operator.
I think we've gone way too long without talking about Duncan Robinson. How good is it to have him back?
Man on fire, brother. Having him back, it just changes so much of our offense. Like he's like a breathing room for us. He was on fire, especially in the clutch in the fourth quarter when he had like 2 big threes. Yeah, he's so huge for us.
He's like, those 2 threes were just monumental. I can't remember the
Yeah.
exact scores, but I feel like the first one he made was to get it back. I think we were down 5 and he hits one to get it back to a 2-point game. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And then the second one he hit, I think maybe put us up by like 6 or something. I'm
Yeah,
probably getting that wrong, but they were just 2 huge
Unk was
momentum
crucial.
swinging, momentum halting threes. And yeah, 4 of 6 from 3, 14 points. Like the Pistons missed him desperately the past 2 games.
Yeah, having him out there was really crazy. Like him being out there just frees up a lot of things, a lot of space for especially like Cade and JD to operate and Stu. So just having him out there just running around, getting off-ball screens and all that, that puts us in the dunkyard dog.
Shout out to Matty, the GOAT. Appreciate you, Matty, for the donation,
Uh,
brother.
I appreciate it, brother. Anyways, yeah, him just Duncan being out there, just like the Jimmy Neutron for us. Like I just love that man. Like, but I do agree that maybe we need to like maybe Malik Beasley. Are you watching? Because we need another shooter when Dunk is off the floor. Is
Yep.
what I felt. Maybe it can be Chaz who steps up, or it can be like Cade hitting more of his threes and Ron like tonight. But we do need that spacing, and Duncan was so huge for us today.
Definitely. And I've got some stats I want to bring up about Duncan later because I did some digging and it's actually kind of insane how important he is. Well, and for
Right.
people in the chat, we're going to do a tiny trade segment in the middle of the show. So if there's any players you think could address some of the needs this team might need, please put them in the chat because we're going to talk about that a bit later. But back to this game in particular, I'm interested, Tom. So I tweeted out about the energy of the team I feel like since that Pacers game in Indiana, which they did win, and it was their 13th win in a row. For me, I feel like the energy of this team starts with Cade and Jalen Duren. If they in the first quarter
Right.
aren't like, and I know Cade's not the type of player to like yell and like, flex and stuff. But if those 2 aren't aggressive, I feel like this team kind of follows. And of course, like in this game, Ron and Stu can come in, but I just feel like the energy has just been different. And maybe, like I also said in my tweet, maybe it's just we're at game 22, 23. Players are starting to get tired. Like, I know they're pro athletes, but they're playing a lot of games. They're about to get a 5-day break. So Have you just noticed that, or was I just being negative in that moment? Like, I'm just curious to get your thoughts on the
No,
overall energy.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Like the energy kind of seems off a bit. It doesn't feel like the Pistons of the 13-game win streak at times. I think it's a lot of. I think it's a lot. It has a lot of. It has a lot of to do with how the Pistons are being guarded now. Like they start like they go in zones. They try to prevent us from running and stuff. So that also plays a part. But yeah, generally the energy has been really down. And so shout out to Ron who actually like brought the energy for us. Like he was a game changer tonight. Who do you think's gonna get the belt tonight? Like if you had to
Well,
bet your money.
I would say Ron, but because he got it the last over the Hawks, I think they will give it to Duncan because they won't, because Ron's got to give it to
Yeah,
someone.
right.
Unless Ron
Because
gives it to
Duncan,
himself.
that's gonna be funny. Also, I was actually gonna say, if what if a Piston someday goes like, you know what, I'm keeping this belt because I was awesome tonight. Like, that's gonna be funny too. But yeah, I think Duncan's gonna get it because he actually had some clutch buckets and it was his first game back from a 2-game absence. So he's probably the betting favorites. FanDuel, whatever.
Totally.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think you're actually really right there as well. Like the energy, but also the way they're being guarded. Like Portland clearly saw what the Bucks were able to do with their zone. And we'll talk about some of the other games from this week later in the show as well. But they're being guarded differently. Of course, yeah, now like teams are sort of figuring them out a bit better. Like the
Duncan
first
got the
15.
belt.
Oh, there we go. That's nice. Apparently, I typed that. Shout out to Ash. Who'll be up in a moment. But I think the way they've been guarded is different, and but I do think the energy is a little bit off, and maybe as well, like their confidence was just sky high when you're winning 8, 9, 10 games in a row, and you're getting all this attention from the national media. Not saying that went to their head or anything, but the vibes are really high. And then, yeah, the last 4 or 5 games, the rotations change, players come back. It's not surprising they've had a couple of losses, and a couple of heartbreaking losses. Honestly, the 2 NBA Cup
All
games.
right.
So, but yeah, I think you're definitely the way they're being defended, like you said, is a key part as
Yeah.
well.
But I really loved how JB's adjustment tonight against the zone. Their zone is probably not as good as the one zone when you faced the last game, but they actually like made it a point to feed JD behind the zone and like go like penetrate more. They weren't stagnant. Like they were actually giving it back to JD like for a one-on-one in the post. So like they actually guarded us with a zone like for 3 possessions and we scored 3 times in a row and they quickly went away from it. So I
Yeah,
really like the adjustment that the Pistons made. I think they made it a point in their practice, I think, to like practice like schemes against zones.
totally.
And
And
Duncan
like
Robinson is a zone killer. Yeah. True.
absolutely. And I thought Asar did a great job as well. It says he only had 2 assists, but in the first half, I felt like he did a good job of penetrating
Yeah.
into, like you said, into the middle of the zone, kicking out to Tobias for a corner 3, I think at one point, or finding corner shooters. And like you
Asar was
said,
good
JD,
tonight. Yeah.
yeah. What's your actually? We might talk about the rotation in the big picture segment.
Hmm.
We'll keep it for that. Was there any other thoughts on this game before we move on?
Um. Yeah. Do we talk about Jaden? Because yeah,
Jaden Ivey?
that was because that was probably a bad game for him tonight. Because he
Yeah.
wasn't really he was getting like torched on defense, and he didn't really take any shots. Did he take any shots? Ah, he
He
did,
took
and he got
took
blocked
one.
and stuff.
It was a
Right.
tough. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it was a
surprised he
tough one.
went for it.
Yeah, so it was a really bad game for JI. So I hope he gets his legs more under him, gets his confidence back. Because with a healthy and confident JI, we're like a different beast in the East. Like we're a different team with a healthy and confident. If you put last year's pre-injury Jaden Ivey into this team,
Yeah.
brother, we're gonna be first in the league, not just in the East. Like
Well,
OKC,
and
come
that
on.
like we were going to talk about Jaden later, but let's just talk about him now because I don't think it's going to be too big
Right.
of a segment. But I think like it's so tough because I just keep envisioning the Jaden from last year whose
Mm-hmm.
handle, he's never been a great finisher. So I'm not going to sit here and say like, he's finished, like he's got to get back to being a great finisher. But the way he was getting into the paint last season, the handle, the speed, like you can tell it's just not there right now because he had a broken leg and then a knee procedure. It wasn't a serious surgery, but it was one nonetheless. So it's tough to watch him because he hasn't had a preseason. He hasn't had, you know,
Right.
even though he did have a training camp, he clearly was battling with some form of injury in that training camp. So he's still just warming up. So it's going to be painful watching him ramp up because he has to do it in games because teams don't really practice much anymore. And maybe this 5-day break they have next week can be a chance for them to get some practice in and he can continue to grow. But I'm with you. Like, I thought he was good a couple of games ago. I had the stats here, but yeah, tonight only played 9 minutes. Hard to really get into the game too much, but yeah, he struggled.
Right. Yeah, Ji. I think it's a lot of it's mental because he's back from the injury, so he doesn't trust his body to do that yet. So I think when he starts like doing it in practice and a few more game reps, he's probably gonna get up there. And I think we also have to put him in lineups with Cade at times because him being out there with maybe like a Jenkins or Karras, they're not like they don't give the ball to you like how Cade does it. So they don't have the gravity. So the defense usually focus more on Ji. So on him being out there some game reps with Cade, it could help him. I believe.
I think that's an excellent point. And like I will be honest with how important Duncan is to this starting group. I am going to find it hard to see Jaden getting back in that starting lineup until he's fully back. But I would like to see, maybe not in the next week, but him start to take some of Karras's minutes, some of Dennis's minutes, because it is hard for him at the same time. Like, you also can't expect him to get back into a rhythm just playing 12 minutes. Like, there is going to come a point where like he needs to play more minutes to find a rhythm and get a consistent role and edge closer to that 20-minute mark. So it's just, like I've kind of, my opinion on it is give it until February before you even start making judgments. And for those that want to trade him right now, like it's just like, you can say it all you want. And even if you might be right come March and like, no team is going to give you much for Ji while he's ramping back up.
Exactly. Like why would you sell low?
I don't want to trade. Yeah. Like I see people after like a bad Jaden possession, trade him, get market. And I'm like, I understand you're frustrated with where Ji's at, but they're never going to trade him when he's at this like this.
He's our secret weapon for the playoffs.
But I think that's a great point. I love that. And because that's when we should expect him to be back fully healthy. Like, broken leg. Just remember that. That's like one of the worst injuries you can have.
Hopefully in the future, like we can maybe tighten up the rotation a bit more because I really don't think we're going to play 11, 12 guys in the playoffs, especially in the playoffs. So right now, most of our team's healthy. I think Sasser could be back tomorrow or the next. Like he's probably going to be back next week. So figuring out the 9 to 10 man rotation is like the goal here. I know that Javonte played well. He had that nice move, like he always does that dance move and stuff. Javonte and Jenkins, but in the playoffs, we're probably going to have 9, 8, 9, 10 man rotations. So hopefully in the future, JB can figure it out. I don't want to say do not give this guy some minutes or stuff, but it's best for the team to someday like tighten up the rotation.
It is best, and like guys need like I feel like you can't just play guys like 7 or 8 minutes. Like if someone gets in the foul trouble, of course, but if you have a healthy-ish roster, like I feel like you just pick 10 guys, let some of them play 15 minutes. But I'm like JB's all across this. It's been players have come back. Like we've had a lot of injuries. Like we really have. None of them have been crazy serious, thankfully. But like we had a lot of injuries. They've just so it's hard to work in a rotation. But I think we covered this game well, Tom. Let's quickly go to our Aussie and Korean corner. I think Tom, I don't even know if this was last week or this week, but did you go on the hunt for some more Detroit style pizza? Or was that last week?
That was last weekend after the game. So after the Pistons W. But that place, it's called Motor City because a lot of my followers recommended the place because a lot of people from Michigan actually visited Korea and they thought, okay, I want pizza, Detroit style pizza. They looked for it. They went to here and there. And the common restaurant they found was Motor City. It's called Motor City. And it was really good. It was really, really good. So if you're in Korea, you miss home, you miss like food from Detroit, you have to go to the place because that was really good. So I'm probably gonna go back there. If you guys haven't watched it, just watch it. It is really good pizza. Oh wow! I actually have 2 slices right now because I didn't
Can you
finish it.
send me one?
Man, you should actually look for Detroit style pizza
I
in
know.
Australia, brother. But yeah, that pizza place was really good. And an update. Yesterday, like I think it's probably one of the biggest YouTube channels here in Korea regards NBA. They reached out to me and they want an interview. So I'm going to be on their channel, I think, through a phone interview, and they're gonna have my videos and stuff up. So it's gonna be
Let's
cool.
go.
Yeah, I actually like watch their videos at times, and the way they messaged me, I was so surprised. I'm like, what? So they're probably gonna talk to me, ask me questions about Detroit, my trip there, and stuff about the Pistons. So you guys best believe I'm gonna represent the Detroit, the 3130 really well in that video.
Let's go. And
Yeah.
did anyone offer you up a bedroom? I saw your tweet in Detroit.
Yeah, they were actually offering me their bedrooms because I tweeted like I actually tweeted, can someone just kidnap me and put me in Detroit? Like, and I can live in your garage or anything. And some people actually offered their houses and stuff. It was kind of funny. But a lot of people are
That's good.
saying it's got too cold, too cold. And yeah, it's snow here in Korea. First snow. So it was really cool
Dude,
to see.
yeah, like we were texting, but like I didn't know. Well, I did kind of know you got snow, but like when I saw you write like that story you put up of what up there on the snow, I'm like, oh wow, you fully got like snow. This isn't just like, some light snow. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because
I
do you have to like? Because I remember like I've spoken to some people in Detroit, and they'll be like, spend the whole day shoveling snow. Not the whole day, but their whole house, like they got to shovel snow to get their car out. Like gets crazy. Is it like that where you are in Seoul?
Yeah, when it snows a lot, yeah, it does. It does get like that. But I don't think, because I saw a lot of clips from Michigan, how the
Yeah.
weather can go crazy, or like in Minnesota and stuff. It's not that level, but it does sometimes get really crazy in Korea. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of snow because when I was in the military, that's what we did all day, shoveling snow and stuff. So I'm not really a fan. It's just beautiful trash coming down from the sky, but it's still beautiful. So I enjoy it at times.
I learned. Wait, you probably told me this, but I have the worst memory. I did not know you were in the military.
Oh yeah, because all Koreans are required to serve in the military for around 2 years.
Really?
So yeah, I was
Is
a
that like
mine engineer. So I actually trained how to plant and uninstall mines, landmines. So I'll always, because there's an area between South and North Korea. It's called the DMZ. That's like the militarized zone. So like it's not a possession of South or North Korea. So it's like an area like huge land between the two countries, and that's where I went every day.
that's
So we
crazy? So is
scanned
this
for
when you
mines.
finished high school or something? You go there for 2 years or
Yeah. So I was
wow.
like 20 and 21 years old, I think.
That's insane. I literally learn something new about you every time.
Or
every time we talk. That's
so
crazy.
yeah. So if you need help like with mines in your house, just let me know.
Oh my god. Well, I'll be honest. Your stories always outshine mine. But I actually, so here in Australia, on December 22nd, the NBL, we have like an open air basketball game. So
Uh-huh.
they fully open the roof up
Ooh.
and the game's played. It's inside an arena, but the roof opens. So I'm going to be going to that to make some content, which I'm really excited
Oh,
about.
that's awesome.
Because apparently, I don't know if they do it in other leagues around the world, but when I worked at the NBL, we used to say it's the only basketball game in the world that's played with an open roof. So should be pretty
Hmm,
fun. I'm excited to go to that in a couple of weeks because I can't
that's
think of
very
any.
cool.
I definitely don't do it in NBA. No way.
Well,
So like, but
if the
the
Pistons
weather
someday go
here
to
for summer has
Australia,
been
maybe they can
horrible.
play
So
there. Wait, I have a question though.
well, I feel like yeah,
Can you hear me? Because do you shave your
yeah.
hair by yourself? Because it's you always have a fresh cut. Like it's so fresh all the
No, I
time. Like
don't.
you don't?
Nah, I try and go every 2 weeks because my hair grows really fast. But no,
Wow.
I don't. But I
I
get
go every 2 months. You go every 2 weeks? That's a lot of
or else
money
my hair
as your
looks
barber.
so. Sometimes I don't go every 2 weeks, but I try to, or else my hair gets Just gets to a point I hate it. So,
How about you?
yeah.
How about your mustache? Do you cut it yourself or
I
do
haven't
you?
shaved this since 2015, but I trim
So you
it.
don't trim it?
Like,
Oh, you trim it. Okay.
kind of,
I wish
but
I
not
wish I
really.
could grow like a mustache or beard like you. Because if
I
I
would love
try to
to see
grow
you with
this,
a beard. Bearded
it
Tom.
grows like I don't know. It's just like grass, like those.
Can you grow any facial hair?
I mean, I do get facial hair, but it's very spotty and it's messy.
Yeah.
It's nothing like your majestic mustache.
It looks pretty gross close up. I'm just too scared to shave it off. um, all right. Well, I think we've covered our personal lives. Tom's going after this to go. What would you call it? Defuse some landmines.
Yeah, I
Just
guess. Yeah,
crazy.
uninstall. I don't know. I learned in Korean, so I don't know.
What? How'd you say it? And then we're gonna go to some trivia.
Oh, 지뢰 is mine. So 지뢰 설치 or 지뢰 제거. That's like install and uninstall, whatever. Yeah.
That's crazy. I find it very cool. But let's
You know,
bring up Ash now for our weekly trivia question, and this is where we want the chat. Guys, get involved here because I'm pretty bad at these. So, Ash,
Chad,
what's
this is
going on?
fun.
What's going on?
Love the
Wow.
shirt, Ash.
Thank you. It's particularly relevant for today's game, so thought I'd rock this one. Today, trivia, I've gone on theme for our Lord and Savior, God Parker Cunningham.
Okay.
So-
What is that photo? Oh my god.
That I will send this around anyone who wants it. But obviously he made Eastern Conference Player of the Month. So there have been 4 other Pistons in history to make Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Can you name them?
I think I saw this graphic. Obviously,
Grant
one's
Hill.
Chauncey Billups.
Grant Hill and Chauncey, yes.
Dennis
Ben
Rodman.
Wallace. Oh,
Rodman, yes.
and Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw this graphic.
Damn it.
I would not have known this at all, but I saw it recently.
Yeah, I have a Pistons chat, and Korean Pistons fans like chat, and the one guy actually put up that graphic, like, and I was actually surprised that IT was not there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because he actually put a vote, and I voted for like the IT had like a Eastern Conference player, like he never had one, so that was kind of crazy. Maybe it's because he played with MJ and stuff, so yeah, and Larry Bird those days. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. And I shout out to IT, he was at the game tonight. Love seeing him all the time.
I
That'd
loved
be
his
fun.
commentary.
That was cool. I was thinking, and shout out to Derek Brown for the Stanley Johnson shout out, and Henry Allenson. Oh,
What?
I used to think Henry Allenson was going to be really good. So, but
Yeah, Henry
I love.
Ellis in Summer League was goated.
Oh, the goat! He was cooking at that little Orlando gym as well. That's when. But seeing George with Isaiah Thomas, I was like, I turned to Andy and I'm like, this is just insane. I'm like, George Blaha has called like every game for like,
Right.
like this guy is literally called. I think he started before Isaiah Thomas. 50 years would take him back to what, 75? So maybe
Yeah.
that would be before Isaiah, just before. So he's done the
That's
bad
kinda
boy. Like, it's
crazy.
crazy. Like, it's actually insane. I was like, this guy is still sitting here calling games 70 odd times a year. And like,
That's
I'm just looking at it's crazy.
I love that
reliving that.
goal. Yeah. I love
love
that I met
reliving-
him. Sorry, you go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, I loved reliving that 2004 call from George. Like, it was just magical.
Yeah, they show this like calls, like legendary calls. He like just during the Bad Boys era when we won the championship, like he was there. You could hear the youth in his voice back then. He had so much energy back then. Right now he's more like laid back and like the George that we know. But back then he was like shouting and all that. The Pistons.
it's been good to him get his energy back a little bit, like for his age, like
Right.
because in that 17 win, 14 win season, like I don't blame him, but like the energy kind of lacked. But as the team's gotten better, and even if his energy isn't as high, I love when he like you hear him dig at other players. Like
Yes. Sometimes he roasts
Yeah.
the players.
yeah,
Man.
he roasts other players, and I feel like he obviously didn't do that when the team just was really bad. So, like he actually said something about Jeremy Grant tonight. It was when I think who came under his foot. I think Asar did when he shot a three.
Yeah, Asar.
and then
Yeah.
George was saying that Jeremy did that on purpose. I'm like, I don't
just
even know
felt-
how Jeremy's done that on purpose. I think it's just unfortunate, but I love it.
Fell down on purpose. I think that was what
Yeah,
he
he
said.
said
But that was
that, yeah.
crazy.
It's so good. But yeah, I when I got to meet George, him and his wife are actually the nicest people, genuinely. Like they just weren't in a rush. Like we're happy to chat for like 5 minutes. Like he's genuinely so nice. Like
Right. Like when I met him, it was crazy. Like I have a picture with him. It was so nice to see him. And one funny story is after one game in LCA, because I went to the lounge area and he was there with his whole family having dinner, I believe. So that was really cool. So just knowing that George, after games with his family, has dinner in LCA before leaving the arena. So that was really pretty cool. I wanted to say hi, but I didn't want to bother him during his family dinner. So yeah.
no, he's very nice. What's last thing, and then we're gonna jump on to some more Pistons topics. But what's your verdict? Do you think he knows the windmill dunk is not a windmill dunk? Like, I think he initially started calling it a windmill, and I kind of get it, but it's so clearly not a windmill. It's a tomahawk. But do you think he does that now just because it's like his thing, it's his shtick, like he doesn't care?
Yeah,
Or do you think
that's
he
probably
genuinely-
it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
come on. He cannot not know it's not a windmill. His family probably tells him that's not a windmill.
What does the chat mean?
I really want it to be his thing. I think it's for how often do we see in the comments like it's not a windmill, George?
Yeah.
It's
I think it's
he
his
probably
thing, and
knows
I
it.
love it.
I love
It's like the
probably
cute
knows.
old guy at the party, you know, who says
Yeah.
something wrong. You're like, I like this.
And
No.
the funny thing is, he doesn't call the windmill dunks a windmill dunk. So like, oh, power dunk, whatever. He doesn't really call them a windmill dunk. When he has to call a windmill dunk, he doesn't really call it a windmill, and he calls tomahawk jams a windmill. So like, and I love how he says like, count that baby in the foul every single time.
No, it's unreal. We love George. We're very lucky to have him in Special K. They've been here my entire Pistons fandom. But Ash, thank you for the trivia. We'll bring you back up to do our spicy take or what's the segment called?
Sizzling.
The sizzling
Sizzling.
take. That's how good I am at the
Spicy?
sizzling take. Yeah. But thank you for the trivia question, my guy. We'll get you back up at the end.
We got you this time, brother. Oh,
Oh,
you put me
well,
out.
Tom, I want to zoom out a bit. I always like doing some overall thoughts because, especially after a win or a loss, we can get a bit higher, a bit low, but get high as in our vibes, not the other type. But
No one would have
Pistons are now-
misunderstood you, brother. You didn't have to clarify that.
the Pistons are 18-5. I think they're 3-3 in their last 6. But how are you feeling overall? We touched a little bit on the rotation, but how have you felt the past week or so with this Pistons team?
Yeah, we did have like very disappointing losses. But at least we didn't get blown out. And we have to talk about the losses, of course, because the losses were very similar. We probably lost by 3 both games, or like yeah, it was like a one possession game until the end. So they were very disappointing losses. But I really didn't like how some Pistons fans were going like, it's over. Like this team's trash, trade everyone and all that. That was, I don't know. Yeah, they were right. Some of them were right in like in their points in like the team needs more spacing or the rotation needs to get better. I respect fans who actually point those out, but some fans are going like, I was right. This team's trash. Like they were
Yeah.
very quiet during the win streak, and then when we lose, they come out and they go like, the Pistons are trash. That pissed me off. Like that pissed me
Yeah.
off more than the loss itself. So yeah, but it was a very disappointing week in general. Like it didn't go to my prediction, like of going loseless or winning every game. So yeah, but yeah. I think the Pistons really, you can see they adjusted and they get better. They make adjustments to like how teams are guarding, like how they went against the zone. Rotations are getting better. I like how the Pistons actually learn from the losses. They don't lose the same way anymore. So it's a very good improvement, and it's a sight that I like to see.
Yeah, and I think like sometimes like losses can absolutely like it sucks to watch, and like particularly the Bucks one wasn't great, but it's sometimes you need some losses to just figure out the cracks and to have
Right.
some things really emerge. It's like, all right, we've got to fix this. And like you said, not a perfect game tonight, but they certainly adjusted to the zone. They were, and I know they had Duncan back, but like you pointed out, where JD was positioned, Asar getting into the paint and kicking it out, and just they were much more prepared for it. So whilst you might not be happy that they only won by 6 or whatever, like they still improved and made
Right.
adjustments. And I think it's just always important to remember, like they're still really trying to integrate a very key player in Jaden Ivey back into the rotation. And like Tobias has been injured and he's coming back. I know it's been nearly 2 weeks now, but
Right.
it's hard to do this on the fly, and I don't think teams practice really at all during the season. So oftentimes they're trying to, and I say that because they travel so much, and like if they do have a day back at home, it's normally rest. Like I think it's just sometimes not everything's going to be perfect. And I think if we watched, apart from OKC, I feel like every good team, like just because we're 17-5 or we won 13 in a row, doesn't mean we're going to dominate all 4 quarters of a game. And it's like,
Right.
particularly early, if they're struggling, I really try, like, I feel it within me to get frustrated, but I just really try to be like, it's literally a 5-minute stretch. Every team's always going to have their runs. And like, it's not going to be perfect, even if we're on a 10-game winning streak. The Bucks loss was just, I think that was my least
Oh,
favorite game of the year. Like that,
yeah.
I was like,
That was
I
disappointing.
was, I really couldn't find any positives. I think maybe JI was okay in that game, Ivy.
Yeah.
But that game for me was a real downer. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's all good. But like you said, they adjusted to it. They had it's an ugly win, but a good win against the Hawks, who are a good team. So 18-5 as well. Like,
Oof.
just
Can you say it
I
again?
don't say that to just dismiss anything that's been frustrating, but I think they still have a top 3 defense. Offense has dropped off a little bit, but at this stage of the year, I'm really noticing like if you have 2 games in a row where you score 100 or 105, you'll drop quite significantly because they were 7th only a few games ago in offense. So they're still top 7 in net rating. So all the main
Right.
indicators of a great team are still right there. It just has been a bit messy recently.
Right. I 100% agree with you in every single point that you just said. So, we just need to clean up. Like that box loss was definitely painful. Like it's not a game we should have lost. So we were really up by a lot, and then we fumbled the lead. We couldn't penetrate their zone defense. So it's just very disappointing. But at least this game we showed that we can go well against the zone defense, and hopefully we'll get back on track. I wanted us to come out mad this game, like angry, like
Yeah.
dominated, but it didn't happen. So yeah, but hopefully next game. I think that's tomorrow, right? Against the Bucks again, right? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
It's at home, right? Has
Tomorrow
to be.
home. Yep. Yep.
Okay. I think it's the first time both teams are on the second leg of a back-to-back because I'm pretty sure the Bucks have had a game today because I have some players on my fantasy team. Ugh. so so yeah. It's gonna be a fun game. Hopefully we destroy them tomorrow because if we lose tomorrow, I don't think even I can be positive because
No.
I hate the Bucks with a passion. I hate the Magic. I hate the Knicks. Our Eastern Conference rivals. I hate them with a passion. So if we lose, to the Bucks tomorrow, that's gonna make me a depressed Korean. That's gonna make my eyes very small.
Especially because they're playing them within, a 5-day stretch where you would hope the Bucks are probably going to throw the same stuff at them.
Exactly. They're
so-
gonna throw the zone back. They're gonna do it all game. They're gonna dare us to beat it, and we are gonna beat it. Come on.
Well,
Hope
like,
Duncan plays tomorrow. It's a back-to-back.
and if AJ Green gets any wide open threes, I might smash my
Oh!
TV. But
I think he got injured today.
oh,
Yeah,
I mean-
AJ. I think he checked out during the game today. I
got
saw
you.
an alarm. Yeah, so if no AJ Green and if we lose, no, we're not gonna lose.
They're
No
not going to
ifs.
lose. I
Yeah,
hope
we're
they
gonna
come
win.
out because I would, like you said, I was hoping they were going to come out angry today, but they kind of didn't. Hopefully tomorrow it's just like, yeah.
Hopefully
Beat the
Stu
brakes
doesn't
off.
get too angry and get kicked out again. Because,
Ah.
man. And they were saying like people on the casual fans are in the NBA. They were saying Stu is not all that. It's all talk and all that. Come on, bro. Stu is not.
You know what
I
I
don't know
found
why I'm
funny?
flexing this. What?
I found it funny how like Pistons fans are replying with the news article of Stu getting arrested. I'm like,
Right.
because of the
Exactly.
Drew.
That's my. So it's a weird flex.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, I
saying-
know. I'm like,
Our guy got arrested, bro.
Yeah, it's-
He's a real dog.
I'm like, I don't know if I really like that, but like, I get why you're doing it because casual fans have no idea, and like,
Yeah.
Stu's
we don't-
genuinely like,
yeah.
like it's Wemby in terms of. I know we're not talking about. I'm talking about Stu fighting, but Wemby probably best rim protector in the NBA. Like just genetically, you're not going to beat him. But
Yeah.
then Stu has to be second. Like maybe Chet. Like, but like seriously,
Nah, I think
might
Stu
be
has.
missing someone.
I think today was his 5th game. I think I saw Pistons PR tweeted 5th game with four or more blocks off the bench this season. I don't think anyone
What?
matches that. Yeah,
Crazy.
5th
That's
game with 4 or more blocks. That's crazy. I think he had 4 today, so or 4
did,
or 5.
yeah.
So yeah,
4.
so he's just crazy. Like, oh, I love him. He has to retire a Piston. He's gonna be Ardonis Haslam. He's going to retire a Piston for like if he's traded, I love Trajan, but no, I
It'd
don't
be
want to
tough.
even imagine it.
But Udonis Haslam's actually a great comp because Udonis was actually a really good player back in the day.
Yeah.
I think Stu's a better player, but in terms of like Udonis was that defensive, he was more
Yeah.
of a 4 in an
And
older
he
NBA.
had a very good jumper. Like I
Really,
remember playing with him on video games to 2K.
Yeah.
He had a silky smooth like mid-range jumper. So
Ugly
and
ass
Stu,
form, but
yeah.
it would go in. But
Right.
well, let's talk about. I wanted to talk about Duncan Robinson. We touched on him, but the Pistons without him scored 99 points against the Hawks, and then they scored 109, I think, against the Bucks, which the Bucks defensively without Giannis are not good, and it looked as ugly as the score reflected. So I was like, I'm going to quickly do some digging and look up some numbers to just see if the eye test without Duncan matches. So when Duncan's on the court for the Pistons score 119 points per 100 possessions, which is the second highest on the team. Jalen Duren's number 1 at 120. When Duncan's off the court, the Pistons' offensive rating drops to 106, which I think would be the worst in the NBA, or right there with Dallas. And it's by far the worst, like the biggest. How can I put it? It's the
Oh.
worst on the team. But so it's like when he's on the court, the Pistons' offense is nearly 13 points better per 100 possessions, which for those that don't know advanced stats, it's just a crazy differential.
That's
It's by far
crazy.
the biggest on the team. So some of that is just a proof of concept of like he's an exceptional shooter and the spacing's pretty bad with him off. But I also want to shout him out because this guy's shooting 41%. It's probably higher
Oof.
now after that game. 7 attempts, 13 points a game, couple of assists, 1 steal too, which is something underrated about him. He's just like,
That's crazy.
I don't know. Cade's always going to be the
Oh.
most important player on the roster, but I'm serious. He might be the second most important right now
Wait.
for this team winning.
Shout out to Chris. What up, though? Anyways, yeah. I completely agree with everything you said. Duncan, he's probably the most irreplaceable player on the Pistons right now. We don't have any other player that can provide similar spacing or effects that Duncan provides for us. Like sometimes when we saw games when Cade is out, like Jenkins really stepped up. We saw games when JD's out. We have like Stewart. We have like who's that? Big Ball Paul. Like when Tobias is out, Ron can fill the role a bit. You know, all that stuff. But Duncan, when he's out, we don't have anyone similar to his skill set. Like maybe Chaz, but he's not yet ready for like constant NBA minutes. But yeah, so he's probably. I agree with you. He could be second most important Piston if you really think about it.
Well, because I think that what you said, that's why. Like, obviously, Jalen Duren's probably the second best Piston, and then there's Asar. But like, in terms of like replacement, like, there's nothing for Duncan. Like, there just isn't. And like, Chaz could, but I think like I would like to see Chaz actually play whenever that happens. But there's just the way Duncan moves. Like, I feel like when Duncan's not on the court, the offense gets really like stagnant, whereas Duncan provides that. He's always moving around, which just helps the flow so much.
And the shots he takes, it's most of them are really difficult shots on the move, like when you just off the screen, really like contested threes, and he makes them. And Chris, you're right. If we had Duncan and Beasley, hey, you know, Chris actually edited videos for Malik. He talks to Malik. So
shout out to Chris.
Just, Chris, ask him like how he's doing, what up though, and stuff. Like, I miss him. Like when we see clips of last season, Malik's always in it. In our take later in our sizzling takes, Malik's gonna be the one like gonna be on screen. So I miss him.
But yeah, like maybe we'll jump to quickly some trade talk now, and then we're gonna get to some calls because Malik's name might come up here. But yeah, shout out to Duncan Robinson. And I think a sneaky thing with him as well is just his ball handling. Whenever he has the ball, like I just trust him not to turn it over. I want to add that in as well. And defensively, he's obviously always going to have some issues, but I think he's figuring out how to exist.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been great defensively. He takes charges. He takes some like steals. He had this good steal tonight against Denny, which he turned over right away. But still, like,
that wasn't great.
Yeah, yeah. But he's actually playing a good role on defense. The teams are not really going at him as much as like the first few games. So he's kind of figured it out.
Totally. No, he's been one of my favorite players this year easily. So bit of trade stuff here. Tom.
Ooh.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. We've got a couple of questions in the chat. I kind of did a video on it yesterday, but I want to hear your thoughts about Giannis.
You know, like when you see a lot of mock trades about different kinds of players, like for example, like we had a lot of trade chatter before. We're always involved, like for Lowry, Markkanen, you know, all that stuff. But Giannis, if you really think about it, if Giannis is truly on the market, it's kind of hard to say we don't need him because he's a top 3 player in his prime. Like, he's crazy. But with that being said, I don't think we should go for him. Like, because we're probably not going to be able to bid higher than, for example, OKC or San Antonio, Spurs or whatever, whichever team.
Yeah.
Right? So if we go into trade talks and Shams, for example, like, leaks out that the Pistons actually offered someone, but we're probably not going to be the best offer in the market, and that will ruin some of the Pistons like chemistry and all that. So yeah, obviously if Giannis is a Piston, that's going to be crazy. Cade, Giannis, it's kind of crazy to think about, but it's probably not realistic, and I don't think we should go for him for those reasons.
So this is what I want to ask you. Because, like, do you think Cade, Giannis, Jalen Duren, or Cade, Giannis, Asar, maybe I think you would keep Stu in both of these, but you're probably going to have to give up one of Asar or Jalen Duren no matter what. You're probably going to have to give up one of Ron or Ivy no matter what, and then a heap of picks. But back to my thing, do you think either combination of those 3, you're going to beat OKC in the next 2 years?
Yeah. I really think they can because Giannis is that kind of player. He's top 3. So him with Cade, that's no joke. That's going to be the best duo in the league. Like, No other duo is gonna come close. Luka and Reeves, no. Who's gonna be? Jokic and Jamal, maybe, but I think we're gonna be better. I don't want to say work. I don't want to imagine myself with Giannis on my team because that's gonna make me have weird imaginations. But yeah, I think that team's gonna be good enough, depending
my
on
thing
the
is,
pieces we send out. Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is like Giannis has had calf issues before. He's missed lots of playoff games recently, and I think he turns 31 tomorrow. So
Right.
if you're not confident you can beat OKC in the next 2 to 3 years, then I don't think you should do it because I think this team can make the finals this year without Giannis and keep their young core. So it's like that's where I'm kind of struggling because I'm not as confident. Like they can, and I just want to say like I will be. They actually trade for Giannis. Like I'm gonna be excited because like he's a top 3 player. But for me, just personally as a fan, like I want like success for the next 6 to 7 years. Maybe that's unrealistic. And maybe
Agree with you,
if they trade for Giannis, we ride those highs. And then even as he gets older, they'll still be good. So I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but it's just genuinely how I feel. Like, I don't want to give up what it would take to get him. And I'm just a bit worried about his calf injuries, his age. And like, I just think we can make the finals this year. So like,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. But I fully get people who are like, shut up, Jack. Like, he's top 3. You do what it takes. I understand that. I'm not saying those people are wrong. I just want to see this young core continue to grow and actually replicate like they have what OKC have done. Now, I know we don't necessarily have a J-Dub, a 1A, 2 or a 2 option, but I think we've pretty much got everything else just in a different way that OKC have. So
Agree with
that's
you.
just my honest thoughts.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. Like, just imagining Giannis in a Pistons jersey kind of moves me. But we're probably going to have to give them like 4 picks and 4 swaps and all that stuff to beat other offers. And if Giannis goes down with an injury, which he just did, like against us, he's out at least 4 weeks. So if he goes down, our depth is cooked. We're gonna be cooked. Cade will ask for a trade to Dallas and stuff. And what was that? I don't wanna imagine it. So anyways, but if like for example in the mock trade scenarios we get Giannis, we probably have to trade away Stu because they hate each other, bro. Because those two, they hate each other. So
I tell you what as well. Another reason I don't want Giannis is because I don't want Thanasis on this team.
Oh yes,
I do not want that guy. I can't stand him. Like I'm not having Thanasis in a Pistons jersey. That can fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's actually quite fun. I don't want to hate, but I'm probably gonna hate. He's probably the worst player in the league. So
it's for me. It's just like I love people who are energetic on the bench. I love high vibes. When he gets into a game and starts flexing when he does one play, I'm just like in garbage time. I'm like, nah, I don't.
it's
rate
kind of
that.
funny too. It's kind of
just
funny
annoying. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny, and I normally any other player I would, but it's just like
they might force us to sign Alex, who's his other brother? I believe there are 4. Alex, Thanasis, Giannis, and there's someone else. Costas, I think. Costas.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna be like. But I saw that tweet on the Pistons Twitter.
the Greek Town.
Did you see it? Yeah, and someone actually he said that Giannis liked it. Do you think that's real?
Apparently it actually is. Yeah. He doubled down on it. It's Cade World's the account.
Cade World.
He's Australian, I think.
Yeah, he tweeted at Giannis saying that we have Greek Town in Detroit, which Greek Town's amazing. Chris took me there. That was probably the best lamb I ever had. And no exaggeration, it's really good. But it's currently under renovation. It does a lot of construction. It doesn't look like that in the picture right now, but if Giannis really liked that,
need to know that.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. If Giannis really liked it, he actually took down all his posts on dating back to 2021.
Yeah,
and he decides he's gonna like a Cade's World tweet about Greek Town in Detroit. That's kind of what?
I will say just to wrap up the Giannis thing. I hope he doesn't go to the Knicks. That'll break my heart. From what I've seen, it's going to be really hard for them to do a trade because of tax things, but also what they can give up. But they could probably get him in a 3-team deal. I just don't want him to go to the Knicks. That's the only team. I don't care. Because I'm
going to hate the Knicks so much. I already hate them so much. But if they get Giannis,
Because right now, I feel like we don't play them till February. That's one thing with the schedule. I'm like, why are we not playing them earlier? But anyway, I think we are like so much better than the Knicks. And like I hope and Knicks fans probably might watch this and click me up, but I just think we've gone past them. And if they get Giannis, then it's like, oh man.
The Brunson Cade talks are officially over. Like no one really talks about it other than Knicks fans. Like they're trying to climb up to Cade's level. But these are past it. We're in Shea talks now. So like come on, Jalen, just take your big head. Take your big head.
Can I ask you, Tom? You kind of brought it up before, but the one thing I did want to just ask with the trades is, what do you think this team needs, if anything? You don't have to even really say Pistons? A player, but
Malik Beasley, obviously, if he's cleared, if he comes to this team, I think a lot of our issues are solved because we can never have too much shooting because our main players right now, like Cade, his three-point shooting's kind of like very streaky this season. Ji, Asar's not a shooter, Duran's not a shooter, so we can never have too much shooting on this team with our core players right now. So having Malik or shoot spacing big that we kind of really wanted. Someone like Santi Aldama, Bobby Portis, those spacing backup 4 or 5s. Like Stu is doing a really good job, but I think that's a position, that's a role in our rotation that we kind of lack. Because when Tobias was out, we actually played Ron at the 4, and Stu at the 4, but they're not really truly 4s. Yeah. Ron's probably a 2 or 3. Stu is best at the 5, so we still don't have that backup power forward who can space the floor.
Yeah, I agree. And Billups, 04 Billups 90 brings up Pistons should trade for Michael Porter Jr. or Kobe White. We spoke about Kobe White last week, but actually MPJ is a very interesting name. So
yeah, I saw some talks on Twitter.
He's been playing really well too for the Nets. So he could
do you
slide
see his podcasts? Well. He says really crazy stuff. Like, take the mic away from him. Like, Nets, what are you doing? He really says crazy stuff.
He's insane. We had another question here as well. Or is this a statement? CJ McCollum at 30 million would be a fun addition. We'd probably have to be willing to give up at least Ron or Ivy as a centerpiece of a trade to get him. I don't think we'll have to give up Ron or Ivy to get him. It would just be the money. To get that 30 million's probably, you have to do Karras at 14 and I think Stu's at 16, but there's no way they would do that. I don't think it might be hard to do a deal because they don't have cap room and the trade exception's only like 13 million as well. So
right.
It might be just a case too hard. CJ, he would help, but yeah.
CJ would help. Yeah, obviously he's a very good guard even at this age. But I don't think we have any like good trade pieces to go get CJ. It's probably gonna be. It's gonna probably include LeVert and some. The matching salary is the hard part. Like we don't have. And they're a tanking team, so they would like want more assets, like a young player or a pick. And I'm not sure if you're gonna give a young player or a pick to get CJ. Like
unless the only way
unless
they bought him out because he's expiring, so maybe they could buy him out. And the Pistons could sign him. If they buy him out,
he's probably going to the Blazers to join Dame,
But I think it might be hard to do a trade for him just with how the Pistons roster is set up right now. But we have one more question here, and then we're going to go to Nabil. We've got Matty and Chris for some quick call-ins. But Joshua here says, who's your guys' favorite player? For me, it's Cade Nassar. Reminds me more of an athletic Rodman. Who is your favorite player, Tom?
Right now? On the Pistons?
Yeah.
It's Cade and Stu. Like, I can say right away. It's Cade and Stu. You're probably same with me, right? Like you love Cade and you love Stu also.
Yeah, Stu's always been my favorite since his rookie season. Because I remember, I was like, my favorite player before that first COVID season was Siku. But then Siku didn't really do much in that year. So and then Stu
he was supposed to be our Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, he was. Because
it went
Drummond was my favorite. And then Siku had that pre-COVID 10-game stretch where it was like,
what
oh my God, is he Pascal? So I was like, he's my favorite player. Because the roster was we had no one. Like, seriously, I was like, he was the only
his
hope.
dunk. Wait, who did he dunk on?
He dunked on Tristan Thompson. I remember. It's
Yeah,
crazy. I actually remember where I was. That's sad. But
that dunk was crazy. Yeah. Oh.
and then
Yeah, he was.
I loved Stu became my favorite player in his rookie year because Killian. It was kind of Killian, but he missed so much that season, and then like it just kind of didn't work out. So Stu's been my favorite player since then. But I love Cade would be probably second.
Speaking of Killian, he's been killing it in the G League for the Cavaliers, for the Cleveland.
I nearly fell off my chair. They sneakily did this graphic where it said 66 points.
Last 2 games.
And then it said last 2, tiny. I was like, about to be like, what? But he has been playing well. So shout out to Philly.
Yeah, I fell for it at first. I was like, what?
Same.
60 points? And they put the 2 games in very small text.
I respect the clickbait or engagement bait. But let's bring up Nabil here. We're going to go through some calls. Nabil, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on? Good win for the Pistons today. I heard it took longer than expected, but a win's a win. Who cares at the end of the day? To answer, I just wanted to come up here and say that I don't really think the Pistons should trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo because they built a culture of what they're doing. They're looking like contenders, and they don't want to mess it up. Giannis is 31, 32, and he's out for 4 weeks now, calf strain. So you don't want to risk your future. You don't want to risk the roster that you've already made and sacrificed on. So I would say hold off on the Giannis one. But if he does go to the Knicks, then yeah, that would just be bad. I truly want to see him in either Detroit, Miami, Toronto, or
send him over to the West, brother. Send him to OKC. Send him to OKC or San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio makes sense.
Him and Wemby will be fire. But yeah, I don't think the Pistons should go after Giannis at this current moment because obviously they're first in the East, and like second in the whole NBA. So they should keep where they are right now, and they should explore smaller trades to get better depth. But Malik Beasley, if you get him back, he would be a great guy to get back. I remember he quoted Tom's tweet of him playing pickup.
That's actually last tweet. That's his last tweet. If you go to his Twitter, if you go to Malik's Twitter, that's his last tweet of me playing basketball.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, because apparently his Twitter got taken away. That's what he said, taken away. So he doesn't have access to it right now. So that's kind of like, yeah.
Bring it back. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Pistons should not trade for Giannis at this current moment. But you guys have a great team, and it's good to see them succeeding after years of disappointment.
Absolutely, Nabil. We appreciate you, and good to see your Raptors sitting third in the conference as well. Can't wait for those 2 teams to play.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie. When I watch the Raptors, I secretly root for them to lose. Cause sorry, brother. Because I want a lead to grow against the Raptors.
But we won't be catching up with you anytime soon, so it's all good. Don't worry.
So when the Pistons don't have games, I usually watch the Eastern Conference games. Like I root for them to lose, like the Knicks, the Magic, the Raptors. I'm a hater.
It's all right.
I hate watching the Magic. I'm not gonna lie. The Magic are the only team I fully hate now. Proud to admit it. I hate watching them.
Breaking news.
But Nabil, thank you for coming up, our guy. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll chat soon. See you,
bro. Have a good night. Peace.
You too, man. All right, Matty, what's going on, brother?
What up, though?
Oh, what up, though? You're not in your car.
What up, though? Fresh out the game.
I thought you might have been.
Yup. Me, Devin, Sarah, Deuce, and then my wife all went.
Whoa,
that's unreal.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys watch
sick.
Together?
It was sick. Me, my wife, and Devin, we were the first in line to get the bobblehead. No joke. Waited. Probably
have it with you?
to an hour and a half out in the cold weather.
Oh,
to be
Do you have
first
it with you right now?
because- what's that?
Do you have it with you right now?
Yep, I do.
Can I see? Can I see?
Hey, I'm doing the unboxing right here.
yeah, let's go.
Count
that's
that
awesome.
baby in a foul. But we were lucky we got there first because by the time the ticket holders went through, more than half were gone, basically. Like, they went
Wow.
so fast. It was
They
crazy.
had 2,500.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
they had a bunch by us, but I seen them come and grab like a bunch of boxes and move them to a different door or something. So
Yeah,
we were
they have
lucky.
different gates, so.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So we were lucky, but
Here we go. The unboxing.
Blaha,
George,
Blaha.
what a good looking rooster that is.
Ready for it?
That's actually really well made.
They've got young George on there. That's awesome.
There's a sound? No
There's
way.
a sound.
Oh no, are you serious? I was gonna jokingly ask if it makes a sound.
There's a sound.
It's probably gonna be Count That Baby in the Fall.
That's sick.
awesome. That's awesome.
Man,
that's a really cool.
we trooped it out for these, but we were like, we got to get the bobblehead. We have to get the bobblehead.
You know, like
Nah,
I
that's
was
worth
at the when I was in the Pistons practice facility center. I went to the graphics team, and they were actually making the graphic for those bobbleheads.
Oh,
It
that's
was really
so
cool
cool.
to see. Yeah, they were asking me opinions. Do you think this is nice? This font is nicer. Or this is nicer. So that's actually really cool. So shout out to them. They always do a great job.
Man, they killed it on that. I know
Yeah.
George loved it. They showed it on the broadcast. I can't remember how many games ago. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, yeah, I'm getting there as early as I have to. I'm getting that bobblehead.
Man, I'm really jealous of that. I only have like I have a JD a bobblehead and a Cade bobblehead, but that bobblehead is actually legendary.
Man, the Blaha. And they had a great like ceremony. I know you guys probably seen it on League Pass or whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
they
I saw
had
it during halftime.
Yep,
Yeah,
during
I saw it.
halftime. Yeah, they had a great
Yeah.
ceremony for him and all that. You seen, Isaiah Thomas talk, Dave Bing, and it really is crazy. He called games for all these guys. Like, it's nuts.
Crazy. It's
Yeah.
insane because
Insane
it's
to think
crazy.
about.
Like you look at Isaiah and he's starting to look like a little bit older these days, and it's like
Right.
George is just sitting next to him, and George is just still working full time, calling
For
games.
real, it never
Doesn't he do,
stops.
He does. Does he do Michigan State football as well?
He does, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So that's why
Wow.
sometimes he doesn't do the Pistons games on
Yeah.
Saturdays because he's doing the football games.
Oh,
Insane.
he might not call tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Yeah, probably
yeah.
not.
I also enjoy Johnny. He's also amazing. He brings the energy.
Right,
Smooth
yeah.
Johnny.
I like Johnny. I think he's got like a voice of his own. He kind of brings his
Yeah.
own style to
Hey.
it. He's really good.
He has that phrase he kind of uses a lot. Like, oh my, he says, I forgot. It's not hitting me right now. But he has that. I think he has one in his bag that's gonna be his like Count That Baby and a foul. Like,
Right,
it's something
right.
like, it's something like oh God or whatever. Something very similar to that.
I love when his voice just breaks when he screams.
He does. It really does.
Yeah,
Like,
it just cracks.
He gives it everything he has.
Shout out to Devin as well. Me, Matt, and
What
Sarah
up,
got
Devin?
hyped. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you guys
It was
watched
a
a
hype
long game. You guys watched
Yeah.
a long
Man,
game.
it
with all
was
the
like you
calls.
guys said. Too many fouls messed up the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I agree.
I was just
That
watching
last
at home
little
and
bit-
it pissed me off.
That last little bit of the fourth quarter was awesome, but man, it's like there was basically they played a little bit of a game in between shooting free throws. Like
Yeah, it's
it was
crazy.
nuts.
80 something
Oh
free
my
throws.
Yeah, that's unheard. That's crazy.
It's kind of yeah. I love that you watched it with Deuce and like Devin and your
Yeah, it
family.
was
That's
fun, and
That's
at
actually
one point-
awesome.
Deuce and Sarah were on the jumbotron, and they didn't even know. And luckily, my wife like recorded some of it for them.
That's so good. I'm so happy you guys all went together. That's so sick.
And we were in the same section that like all the players' parents sit. So we were like 4 or 5 rows up, right where Ron Holland's dad was sitting. And it was so
let's go.
cool to see him like cheer for Ron and get hype every time he did something.
Yeah,
And like
yeah, I
when he
love
missed
that
the free
guy.
throw, he's like, "Come on, man!" But it was so cool.
I'm glad. Ron
Yeah,
played
I
an
lo-
awesome game too.
He had a great
That's
game. He really did. Between him and Duncan, I think Duncan's probably got to get the belt.
Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah, I
Okay,
saw a
okay.
comment that Duncan got the belt, but yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
That's
wow.
fire. Well, Matty,
I
thanks
miss
for joining,
LCA.
my guy. We got Chris coming up next, but
Woo.
thank you for jumping on, brother.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
no problem, man. Go Pistons.
Go
Let's
Pistons.
go.
All right. Let's bring up our final caller. Oh, what have I done here? Chris, what's going on, bro?
Hey,
What up,
what up, though?
What up, though?
What's up, boys?
That's a fire shirt.
Oh yeah,
Is that Sana?
it's Culture Creatives. It's like a little shop in down Detroit. Yeah,
It's good
wow.
to see you, brother.
yeah. It's a solid one, right?
No, that's
love
so
it.
sick.
How are you guys?
It's good to see you, Chris.
It's good to see you, Tom.
Good.
You guys gonna come back to Detroit soon, both you guys?
Oh, hopefully.
hope so.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully during the playoffs. But, speaking of that, my work told me that I may not be able to go on vacation in April because work's going to be really busy. And I got so pissed. So I'm still like,
Well, how about June?
Just resign.
Just saying.
Just resign.
hopefully.
Just resign. Just resign.
How are you, Chris? Did
Good
you get to
man,
the
good
game
man.
tonight?
Everything's good. We're going to the game tomorrow.
Oh,
It's Hooper's birthday tomorrow, so Ollie, my 5-year-old's like, we gotta go to the game. I'm like, all right. So we're getting like a Hooper bobblehead. We bought it off like a special link, and there's a Hooper bobblehead out tomorrow night.
Let's
yeah,
go.
that's so cool. You gotta get that. Yeah, and I saw your comment on the game that we lost on the Pistons. You were like, revenge game on Saturday. I'm gonna be there. And I saw and I liked it.
We shouldn't have lost that. Like the refs have been so tough the last few games. Just all the calls. It's
Yeah.
been tough, man. But I mean, what can you do at the end of the day?
You're gonna be there, so we're gonna have a W tomorrow. What's your record this season when you're at the games?
2-0, 3-0, 3-0.
What's your all-time record? Because I know you went through a lot of games in that the 28-game losing streak.
I think that year we saw a good 24 losses, something like that.
What?
But
Seriously?
that year got my 3-year-old, who's now 5, obsessed with the Pistons.
That's good.
So that was the goal. Like I was like, if they win, we'll lose. But he's falling in love with basketball.
Oh, he's so cute.
Not
Yeah,
to be
he's-
like negative, but like what was in that? Like what was the worst game in that losing streak that you went to that you can remember?
I can remember.
Why
Like,
would you
were
bring
you
that
there
up?
when they were like at number 23 or something? Or
Yes, I was there like for like the last 8 that were like, oh, this has got to be the game. This has got to be the game.
yeah,
This has got to be the
Oh.
game. This has got to. It's just so you know the feeling, guys. It's so depressing when that happens. It's like walking back to the car, going home,
Yeah.
especially when it's like 28 in a row. So
yeah.
I have a
it's
question.
crazy.
Were the ticket prices in that season way cheaper than they are this season?
yes,
'Cause they're
and it was
oh.
oh yeah.
Oh.
And for influencers, it was significantly easier to get, supposedly, for all influencers.
Easy tickets. No, it's always crazy thinking about that season. Like that's why, like, still when I'm watching this team and they might be struggling today, it's like, oh well, we did sit through 28 games losing in a row, so
And
Why
yeah,
did
I
you
feel
bring
like
that memory
yeah,
up? Why did you bring that memory up, Jack?
because I remember when I first met Chris, he was telling me he went to a lot of those. We met early last season, I think, and we were talking about that season. And I just remember you went to a lot of games, in particular that year. So I was like,
I did have season tickets the year they won it, my senior year in 04. I went to like
that's
29 games that year, and it was one of the best. I was young. I remember just sneaking into the parking lot and just drinking beers, maybe, and just pre-gaming Rolling Rocks with my friends at the Palace. Though the Palace
That's
was
awesome.
the vibes were immaculate at the Palace, man. But that
That's
year was
awesome.
just that was the year I remember more than the 28 season straight loss year.
yeah. Sorry for bringing it up.
I actually watched the losing streak too 2 years ago. So I was there in LCA. So
It
I
was
watched
dep-
yeah.
It was depressing, but it makes like a year like now just feel so much better. Like you got to go through those lows just to get the highs, right? And
Yeah.
for what Cade has been through and how he's handled it, like he's the guy. Like you can't
Well, I
say
thought-
anything. Like
Exactly. No, it's such a good point. So I thought Isaiah was talking about it on the broadcast today. He was talking about how, like, when he came into the league, he had like really good vets. And he was also saying how it's incredible what Cade's been able to do because he didn't have any good vets. He said that in like his own words. And it's so true.
Yeah.
Like, never
I
did
saw
we
it.
hear,
Yeah.
you never really heard about Cade complaining. And he certainly never showed it. I'm sure behind closed doors, he probably was upset about a couple of things, but like, you never ever saw anything tweeted out, no rumblings, like, just like took all the responsibility
yeah,
and
never
just
blamed
fully
his
turned it around.
teammates. You know, I think that's
Yeah.
a huge one. You know, when teams goes losses, they start yelling. Never blamed his teammates for 2 years straight, 3-4 years straight, and
Literally.
sucked it up. And now, you know, he is who he is, right? And I think that's
Yeah.
why he is who he is, because of what he went through, from being
You know, like
such a stud in college to this now.
It's crazy.
when IT was
Insane.
saying that on the broadcast, you know who I immediately thought of? Like Chris Paul. Like, is he talking about Chris Paul? Because he's probably the biggest mentor that you can have for if you're a point guard. Because he really helped elevate, you know, SGA's game. Where else was he? Like young players' games. Like he also elevated Harden when he was with him. And so, like, I was thinking, is he trying to talk Chris Paul to the Pistons? I was like, nah.
I think Chris Paul should go to Thunder. I think he deserves
That'd be cool.
like if they can get a championship with him on the team, like he can just retire and
That'd
leave
be
with the
cool.
championship. Like he deserves it,
Yeah.
man. Like
That would be cool.
out of so many guys right now, he deserves it more than anyone. I feel like point guard, right?
I don't think
100%.
OKC has a roster spot though. They because their team is deep as
Yeah.
hell. So and they're probably like using up the two-way spots to really good players too. So I don't think he's gonna have a spot. So hopefully, and you know, even if he goes to OKC, he's not gonna get a championship because the Pistons are gonna win it this year.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, Chris, is there any other final thoughts before we wrap up the show here in a moment?
No, boys,
Anything
I
else?
just wanted to say thanks for having me on. It was my first time like fully immersed watching this show for the last like 30 minutes. So like I love it, man. I love the vibes. I love the feeling. I'll be around more, and you know, I hope you
Appreciate
guys
it,
I hope you guys keep killing it, and go Pistons.
Let's go,
You
Pistons.
too, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Have a good night,
Chat
guys.
soon,
Have a
my
good
guy.
day.
See
Good
ya.
seeing you again.
All right. Now,
Yeah, it's good
we're going to
talking to
sizzling
you.
take here to wrap up the show. We're going to bring up Ash because we'll get a sizzling take from him as well. Our guy controlling the comments, replying for me. So,
What I said earlier. Don't touch me. I'm sizzling. He's sizzling.
all right. My sizzling take last week was absolutely horrific. So I'm going to go first. And I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks, especially when the Pistons were on their win streak and everyone was kind of doubting the team, saying we're beating bad teams. The Pistons are going to sweep the season series against one of OKC or the Nuggets. I'm calling it.
That's
They're going to
sizzling.
beat 2-0 against one of those two.
Oh, I can't beat that take. Wow, I love
That's
it.
my sizzling take. After
an
my
inferno.
horrible one last week, I had to come in with something good.
Wait, what was your take last week?
I said bad things will happen if Dennis Jenkins doesn't play. It was more the delivery. It just didn't really have a punchline. It was just like a random statement. Ash, do you have one?
Oh, that was an absolute inferno, Jack. That was not sizzling. That was oh.
I love it.
The Pistons will be an actively worse team with Giannis.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's bigger than mine. But I love it.
Okay, now I'm pressured. You guys are like- I don't know. It's not a fire sizzling take or anything, but I think the Pistons will have two players in the All NBA defense team this season. It's gonna be Ausar and Stu. Ausar and Stu. I think Stu gets enough minutes this season that he's gonna be eligible for it.
I think
As long
he's-
as they
Yeah.
right? Yeah. As
No,
long
you're
as
right,
they
yeah.
don't miss many games, I think it's gonna be Stu. I think Stu's gonna be a lock if the Pistons play like this, and Nassar also. So we're gonna have two players in that.
That's a great one. Key thing as well, Wemby, if he continues to miss games, if he's
Right.
not eligible, then I think Stu should make it. Appreciate
Good
you,
night,
Chris. Thank you, brother. Well, that's going to do it for today's show, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. We've gone a bit longer than usual, but it's been a very fun show. Thank you to everyone for the call-ins. If you haven't, please drop a like, subscribe. Just helps keep the channel growing. Please go over to Tom's YouTube channel at Korea Pistons Fan and check out everything he's doing. Subscribe. I know he's got some more awesome content for us all. But Tom, take it away for us, brother.
Detroit basketball. Let's go.